Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, our morning get together live here on Facebook, where we take a look at headlines from our city, from our state, from our country, and we learn from you about your questions, your ideas, and your suggestions about how to have an awesome connected life here in Puerto Vallarta as a community of English-speaking locals. It is always a pleasure to get together with you in the morning, and today, Saturday, April 23rd, it is no exception. It is a beautiful Saturday out there, and it's great to be here. It's great to be here celebrating another day. It's great to be here welcoming anyone that is new to the broadcasts. If you happen to be new to our live broadcast and you'd like to say hello, just write the word new in your comment, and we'll be so very happy to give you a nice little welcome. If there's something truly important that you wish to discuss this morning or any morning, adding a capital letter Q makes it easier for us to find your comment and bring it up during the second half of the broadcast. Today, of course, we have some delicate news to share. I wonder if I say the phrase Marina Vallarta, I wonder if that brings up anything for you this morning. Some important incidents happened there yesterday, and we want to talk about that. But before we go there, I think we should start this morning by learning a brand new word, or visiting a word that you may already know, because I think it's rather pertinent to the news that we're going to share today. And that word is, drum roll, it is a word, mitote. Mitote. Mitote is a beautiful Spanish word that is fluid in meaning, and it's going to be very helpful today for us to discuss the situation Marina, the Marina situation rather. A mitote comes from the Nahuatl. It's a word that was originally written as mitotl, and originally it meant a dance or a dancer. So the word mitote today is as fluid in meaning as it gets, because different people use it differently according to the age of the person or the region of the country. At the very basic, a mitote is a party. It's a shindig. It is a dance. It is a celebration. But for example, mitote, Angelica quite eloquently adds to the conversation, a mitote can be a gossip, or it can also be a brawl. A mitote can be a brawl. A person that is known as a mitotero is a person that can easily be considered as somebody that enjoys partying, but a mitotero can also be used to describe a person that enjoys or consistently gets into trouble or into brawls. So we love this word because, first of all, it sounds great when it comes out of your mouth. You say, hubo un mitote. And the meaning can be easily interpreted by the inflection that the person gives to the word, you know? If somebody says, "Hey, vamos al mitote," it's a good thing. You know, it's like, let's all go to the party. But if somebody says, "Ay, Dios mío, qué mitote," then it's probably not such a good thing. So try the word, use it. It is perfectly safe as far as good words or bad words, and it falls off your English-speaking mouth very easily, I'm sure. So I just wanted to let you know about this word because we are enduring. Oops, I didn't want to do that again. I'm sorry. Let me get rid of that. Boom. We are enduring, well, some sort of a mitote in Marina Vallarta, and we need to provide some context as to what's going on. So let's get started. Okay, it all starts, well, it doesn't start. We are going to start with this gentleman or this individual. A couple of weeks ago, we announced that this individual was apprehended elsewhere in the country, I believe in the state of Mexico, if I recall. He is known as Manu Vaquita, and he is the principal investor and owner of Distrito Nueve, the late restaurant or the former restaurant where former Jalisco Governor Aristoteles Sandoval was murdered in December of 2020. We talked about his apprehension here at Coffee and Headlines when it happened. And to understand the world this individual lived in prior to being arrested, all one has to do is take a peek at his Instagram account where you can see him posing next to important personalities of Mexico's political and entertainment elite. So let's just say he is or has been a very well-connected individual, but he was also one of the leading suspects at large in the aforementioned murder. Not the one who executed the murder itself, but he, as the owner of the venue, he is the one that was he's a person that ordered everyone to clear and clean all the evidence away. So that's not a good idea when you think about it. Anyhow, after he was apprehended, he was brought to Puerto Vallarta for due process and questioning, and he was subsequently sent to jail, preventive jail, while the investigation was unfolding. But apparently, in the process of being questioned, he spilled more beans. And he was just transferred from Puerto Vallarta to Puente Grande, which is a larger prison elsewhere in the States, for security reasons. Fast forward to yesterday, Marina Vallarta, where a mitote took place in which guns were shot and at least one person was wounded. According to the beans spilled by Manu Vaquita, that person was El Chopa. And El Chopa is an important Jalisco cartel boss who apparently was also directly involved in the murder of Aristoteles Sandoval. How was he involved? Well, apparently he was sitting at the restaurant at another table the night it happened, and apparently he had met with Manu Vaquita earlier prior to the murder. So, since El Chopa was wounded, or there was an individual that was wounded, he was immediately transferred to the IMSS hospital in Francisco Medina Asensio. And of course, this transfer was followed by all the military mitote to the hospital. And sometime around 7:30 p.m. yesterday, municipal authorities confirmed that the individual that was brought to the hospital was dead. But his identity was not confirmed at that time. So immediately, speculation began as to who had died and was it this important cartel boss or not. And then, according to this note, after 10 p.m., it was confirmed that the deceased was indeed El Chopa. At that moment, all security measures around the hospital were multiplied, and an additional 400 members of the National Defense Secretary arrived in Puerto Vallarta in military vehicles overnight to provide the city with additional protection. Protection from what? We don't know. Is there fear that the Jalisco cartel will retaliate? Probably. Do we know what happens next? We don't. Again, both the situation itself and the information provided by the authorities are very fluid at this time. So it is a big mitote. Should you be concerned? I have been eyeing some of your comments, and this probably answers that question. Mark Jennings says, we live in the Marina and we're oblivious to what was going on. Didn't hear or see a thing. Guess I live in a bubble. Hey, hey. So, should you be concerned about this? I personally would not. Does this mean that this city is violent? No. It simply means that a drunk walked past your building and threw up in front of your door if you live on the block in Marina Vallarta where this happened. But as you can see, other people that live in Marina Vallarta were completely oblivious to the situation. So I am not trying to undermine an important security issue and an issue that has to do with our safety and the level of violence that goes on in the city. But should this concern you directly? Definitely not. Should you be worried? Again, if you happen to be living in Vallarta, or Charlotte here, who's asking about the incident in the Marina and it spilled over to Versailles, well, as I explained earlier, Charlotte, the hospital where the person was taken is near Versailles. So no, the Versailles incident was not unrelated. That was simply that the mitote moved from Marina Vallarta to Versailles. So that hopefully answers your Q question. And that's basically what happened. We unfortunately happened to be living in the city where this happened. And some people happen to live close to where it happened. But then there are other people who live close to where it happened and they were not even aware of it. So it is one of those things. And that, my friends, is introduction to mitote and a little overview of what happened overnight. And of course, I am sure the situation will continue to unfold. And if there is any relevant information that we should share, we will be glad to do that. This, again, is not the usual kind of coverage that we enjoy here at Coffee and Headlines. But as somebody commented earlier, Facebook is swarming, apparently, with commentary about what went on. And all I want to do here, as always, is to make sure that we have official sources of information for accuracy and so forth. Moving right along to other more pleasant items. Boom. Here is a nice coincidence. Yesterday morning, we took a walk around the Cuale Market, pointing out that the missing touch there was the access ramp, the handicap access ramp. And yesterday afternoon, we learned through this news note that the construction is going to begin this coming Monday. This is according to Cecilio Lopez Fernandez, who oversees municipal markets in our city. So this is very, very good news. And I also have another good bit of good news before we hop over to the weather. According to a press release from the Concanaco, or Confederation of National Chambers of Commerce, tourism revenue in Puerto Vallarta and many other tourism destinations in the country exceeded their expectations by 20% in this past vacation period. As we mentioned yesterday, we are thrilled for those that depend directly on this revenue. And for the rest of us, we are happy to move forward with our lives in Puerto Vallarta at our usual pace. So now let us take a quick look at the weather and move on with a couple of other bits of information that we'd like to share today. Partly cloudy for the hour. Is that it? Oh, no, there you go. That cloud looks like you're getting your leg torn off by a poodle. Well, I think we've read that cloud before. It is 24 degrees right now. Feels like 26. Humidity is at 63%. Fahrenheit temperature is 75 degrees. Our weather forecast for today: clear through the day with a high of 30, a low of 19. Tomorrow, Sunday, a clear day with a high of 30 and a low of 18. And we begin our work week with another clear day, a high temperature of 31 and a low temperature of 18. Is it schwitzy? You bet it is. Okay, so let's see what else we have. Yes. We've been talking about the Vidanta Elegant for some time now. This is the brand new cruise ship that does a trip from Puerto Vallarta to Mazatlan and back. It's just a 3-day long cruise. And apparently, it has officially launched its itinerary as of the 14th of this month. But neither Vidanta nor the maritime terminal here in our city made any type of major statement or announcement. And apparently, the big what? The big mitote took place in Mazatlan, where there was a major celebration, commemorative plaques were unveiled, and so forth and so on. Apparently, at this time, access to the Vidanta Elegant is limited, and I quote, to Vidanta Nueva Vallarta Hotel guests of the highest category as a reward for investing in a hotel suite. So for the rest of us, mere mortals, information on cruise costs and other details is still missing from the Vidanta Elegant website, so I would not be thinking of taking that cruise anytime in the near future. And before we dive into your comments, I want to remind you that there's live music at Whiskey Kitchen Versalles tonight. Can't remember who is on at 6:30 or in the earlier shift, but at 8:30 in the evening, we'll be there to enjoy both Million and Maeve. They are the guitarist and vocalist of Eyes on Earth. They will be performing an acoustic set, so we're going to be checking it out to see what that is about. And now, let me turn over to your comments or questions. I don't see many, but all of them are very much welcome. Let's see what's going on through your minds other than your beautiful mornings and good mornings and hellos. Teach me something new today. Well, Albert, mitote is a great word for you to try in your conversation. I think your Spanish-speaking friends will be tickled if they hear you say, use that word. Let's see what else. Oh, Angelica is back in British Columbia. I hope your return to Canada was a safe one, and I hope you look forward to a good summer up there. Let's see what else. More good mornings, more good mornings, more good mornings. Facebook is buzzing about Marina. Yes, I can imagine, Brian. And all we try to do here is give you a sense as to what goes on, and hopefully you are more at ease with the information we provided. Let's see what else. Considered going for a bike ride around Marina yesterday afternoon, but changed our mind and rode out to Playa Grande. That makes me so jealous in the best possible way. I want a bicycle, and if I get a bicycle, I'm going to need bicycle friends to ride with. But no, I used to ride my bicycle a lot when I lived in the States, and I'm always happy to see other people using their bicycles here. Let's see what else. Personally, I avoid all the restaurants that are known to be cartel money. It's easy to pick them out. They tend to be bigger, fancier places. I cannot say that I blame you, Dave, but you'd be surprised. You never know where the cartel and funny money are influencing businesses in town. I personally tend to avoid restaurants that are not the real deal. And unfortunately, we have so many places to choose from. We don't need to worry about that. Bill asks a totally valid question. What is schwitzy? Schwitz, to be schwitzy is to be sweaty. It's a Yiddish word that I learned through a past relationship that I had. I had a Jewish partner for many years living in Boston, and I learned a lot about the Jewish culture in general and Yiddish, the language in particular. So that is what schwitzy means, to be sweaty and humid and uncomfortable. Let's see what else. Da, 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 da. Brian adds, we love having bikes, have seen way more of PV with them. Let us know when you get one and we will go for a ride. Brian, I may actually take you up on that offer because I would love to explore the city on a bicycle and have always wanted to do more cycling through the city, but not knowing other people similar to me in age and interests, it has not something that I've undertaken. But thank you for sharing that you enjoy riding your bicycle. This may be something that I enjoy doing moving forward. And moving forward, we are. Today is Saturday, and we have a great weekend looking ahead for us, or at least Luna and I do. I hope the rest of your weekend will be a pleasant one. If there are no other important or unimportant questions or comments, we are going to move on with our day, but not before thanking you for another week. It's always a pleasure to connect with you and to try to make out all the information that comes to us and try to interpret it in the best possible way. Thank you very much for that, Larry. I love this program too. I love having the opportunity to nurture my personal life through the connections that I make with you and through you. So that's it. That was Coffee and Headlines for today. I hope the rest of this weekend is absolutely wonderful for you. I hope you get a lot of rest. I hope you get some siesta time, and I hope to see you again on Monday. Stay kind, stay happy, stay connected, and stay in touch. Ciao.